my name is Isriya Locke. I am a community librarian at Fresno County Public Library. Today, I would like to welcome you to the Sabaidi Celebrating Lao Heritage program. This program is part of the Our Cultures, Our Stories project, which made possible with support from California Humanities, a nonprofit partner of the National Endowment for Humanities. And we will have more programs to celebrate our cultural diversity of Fresno County. Please visit fresnolibrary.org for more details. And I'm honored to present you today the show. Please enjoy.
Hi, my name is Sherina Han Kampraseuth. I'll be performing under the Lao Heritage Program, the Lanai.
Hi, my name is Bounlath Han Souksavong. I got to help her to sing a song.
Hi, my name is Sid Dantavisai. I will play drum.
Okay. So the first song I'll be playing is Lao Pan. It's about a girl getting ready for the party. will be Duok Potong. It's about a flower in the mud.
Lotus.
Oh,
Lotus.
I'm sorry, a lotus, a water lily lotus in the mud and its beauty in the pond.
Sabaidi. Hi, my name is Vicky Cam, and today I will introduce you guys to this lovely lady.
My name is Sherina Han Kampraseuth. I am currently 28 years old. I am living in Fresno, California, working as a registered nurse at CRMC, the Downtown Level 1 Trauma Center.
So, Serena, how did you start playing the loud music instrument?
I actually started at a very young age, around 4 years old. My sisters were very involved in like the cultural loud dancing, and I wasn't very flexible, so I would always hide and not want to practice when we went to our family friend's house to practice every week. So eventually I just kind of gravitated towards the lanat.
Oh, the lanat, okay. How many instruments can you play?
I could probably play about 3, but I'm very good at just one, the lanat.
So there's lanad, and what's the other two?
The sing, which is like the bells, and then also the drums.
The drum. Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so what is your favorite? Like, can you tell us about this instrument, which is the?
Yes. So it's an octet instrument. So the songs that I could play on the lanat, I could actually play on the piano, and it's made out of rosewood, and there's also tar at the bottom to help it echo, and it's a really beautiful instrument. It's typically used to be played for just the Lao Royalist back then, and also it was a male dominant instrument, so it's really different to be playing here in America as a female.
So what's the experience first time playing the lanad? Did you have any like difficulty learning it?
Oh, absolutely. So there wasn't very many elders that were around still, because my original teacher had actually moved away to Texas. His name is Long Puntan, yeah, and he had passed away a couple years ago, but he gave me a pretty good foundation. Before he left, he was actually teaching my older sister Christina for a while, and he had left like a lot of notes for us to look at, even though he didn't teach it to us, but he kind of left us like the groundwork for us and to eventually learn on our own. And also I kind of went back to like old tape recordings and just kind of listened to the songs there, and then also like if I wanted to learn a song, I would just learn it by ear and just kind of make my own notes.
Yes, he must be very proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
So what's your favorite song? Like, what's your favorite song that you like to play?
It's actually Lao Pan, the one that I played, because I just think it's a really fun, like, really fast. It's talking about a young girl getting ready for the party, putting on her makeup, and just like, so you know, it just makes you feel beautiful just listening to it.
Very soothing, huh? So how did you feel about practicing Lao instrument and dancing? Even sing. Do you sing sometimes?
I'm not very good, but I do know how to sing a little bit. Yeah.
Like what song did you sing to the instrument? Remember?
Odok Jamban, you know.
Isn't that a Lao national anthem song too?
Yeah, and then the New Year songs, like. So I know a lot of singing because my dad used to make us sing in the car all the time when we go on like long road trips, but it was more of like my sister Joanna's thing. Like we all had our own thing. So my oldest sister was dancing, the middle sister Joanna was singing, and I was the instrument. So we were kind of like a weird Brady Bunch band going. Yeah, exactly.
So you start your own band.
Yeah.
So what is your hope for the Lao community in Fresno regarding preserving the Lao cultures and stuff like that?
So when I was really young, I didn't appreciate the Lao culture as much. I hated practicing. I was like, why am I the only one doing it? But now I see that it's such a gift.
It brings family together, huh? Just by playing the instruments and stuff like that.
So I really hope that they would carry on these traditions. Like when I was younger, I didn't appreciate the Lao culture as much, and I would hate to perform, and I would wonder all the time, like, why is it always me? My sister is always performing every single year. Like, why is it always stuck with us? But now that I'm older and I appreciate it, I see the beauty in it. And, you know, it's something really rare and very special.
It is.
Yeah.
Why do you think preserving the culture, your heritage, is important to you?
It really keeps, I feel like it keeps families together. It helps us come back to our roots and stay close to our parents and our grandparents, and it brings back really good memories for them, and so it's a way to connect with the older generation too.
Okay, before we leave, do you have anything to say to our young generations?
Just continue to love your culture, be comfortable of who you are, and just keep shining.
There you have it. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I'm Vicky, and this is Serenity.
Sherina Han Kampraseuth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sawadee.
Sabadi. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Celebrating Lao Heritage program presented by Fresno County Public Library. My name is Isria Locke. I am a community librarian at Fresno County Public Library. I hope you enjoy the Lao classical music performance of Sherina Han Kampraseuth. Today, I would like to introduce you to Dr. Bounlath Han Souksavong, her father, and Joanna Han Souksavong, her sister, who will help me with the translation. In this interview, we will talk to them about their contribution in preserving the Lao culture in Fresno. And after the interview, they will perform another song for you. And now, please meet with Dr. Bounlath and Joanna. Sabadi, Dr. Bounlath and Joanna. Thank you for meeting with me today. Before we begin, could you please briefly introduce yourself?
สบายดีท่านผู้ฟังและผู้ชมที่หักแพงครับด้วยทั้งหลายข้าพเจ้าชื่อว่าบุญรัตน์หานสุขสวง
And Sabaidi, my name is Joanna Han Souksavong.
ข้าพเจ้าแมนท่านหม้อช่วยที่ไปกินเบี้ยบานๆแล้วข้าพเจ้าเกิดอยู่ที่เมืองห้วยทรายแขวงภาคเหนือของประเทศลาวสมัยอยู่เมืองลาวพุ่นข้าพเจ้าเป็นหม้อประจำแขวงโลกบางแล้วก็เป็นหม้ออยู่ที่ซุนน้องคายก่อนจะมาเมืองอเมริกา1981ในฐานะอพยพลาว
I'm going to be translating for my dad a little bit. So what he said is, my name is Bounlath Han Souksavong. I am a retired PA. I was born in Hoi Sai, Laos, which is a little bit north of Laos. And in Laos, I was a doctor of internal medicine in Luang Prabang, as well as in the refugee camps before I came to the United States in 1981.
as refugee.
As a refugee.
Okay, Dr. Bounlath, when you were in Laos, did you play any music instruments or perform anything at all?
สมัยอยู่เมืองลาวพุ่นข้าพเจ้าบ่ได้ลิ้นดนตรีจักน้อยเลยข้าพเจ้ามีแต่เห็นหนังสือเท่านั้นแต่ว่าข้าพเจ้ามักร้องเพลงลาวบ่ร้องเพลงสากล
When he was in Laos, he didn't perform any type of instruments or any type of dances, but he did love to listen to Lao music as well as sing.
Please tell us how you and your family start getting involved in Laos classical performing arts.
ข้าพเจ้าพร้อมด้วยภรรยาข้าพเจ้าซื้อแพมาลาไปย้ายมาเมืองเฟรสโนในปี1986ในเวลานั้นสมาคมลาวยังบ่มีวงดนตรีลาวเดิมเทื่อ
When my wife and I came here to Fresno in 1986, at that time they had yet to have any type of formal traditional live Lao music.
วงทำอิฐที่ตั้งขึ้นในปี1989โดยนำพาของท่านชมสเล่าสานุวงศ์ได้รับใช้สังคมลาว 7-8 ปี
In around 1998, 1989, sorry, there was a band that was formed by Mr. Somsalao Sanavong. They were able to serve and perform for the Lao community for about 7 to 8 years before they were disbanded.
ก่อนจะละครวงดนตรีนี้จะสลายไปก็ย้อนมาเด็กน้อยหั่นใหญ่ขึ้นมาแล้วเขาเจ้าก็บ่อยากลิ้นต่อไปและอันนึงก็ย้อนมาบ่มีทุนและอันสุดท้ายมาก็แม่นว่าผู้ใดก็ยุ่งยากกับปัญหาชีวิตประจำวันแล้วก็เศร้ากันซื่อ
So what my dad said is the reason why they disbanded, he believes, is because the young dancers, as they grew older, weren't as interested in performing traditional Lao dances anymore. They didn't have a lot of funding, and the busyness of everyday life came around, and they weren't able to continue to practice and perform for the community.
ในปี 1998 ข้าพเจ้าจึงอยากฟื้นฟูวงดนตรีลาวเดิมขึ้นมาใหม่ในระยะนั้นข้าพเจ้ามีลูกสาว3 คนซึ่งมีอายุ5 ปี 7 ปี 9 ปีข้าพเจ้าอยากให้ข้าเจ้าฟ้อนตีระนาด
And in around 1998, there was a new interest in forming the traditional Lao dance and music groups. And during that time, I had 3 daughters who were 5, 7, and 9 years old. And I wanted them to be able to dance and sing.
ก็เพราะว่าข้าพเจ้าอยากให้ข้าเจ้าท่านรู้จักวัฒนธรรมลาวรู้จักใช้เวลาว่างให้เป็นประโยชน์หลังจากทำโฮมเวิร์กแล้ว
The reasons why I wanted them to perform Lao music and dances is because I wanted them to know about the Lao culture, and I wanted them to spend their time wisely after they finished their homework.
ให้ข้าเจ้านั้นเฮ็ดเวียกร่วมกันเพื่อว่าข้าเจ้าท่านจะมีความทรงจำที่ดีเมื่อว่าข้าเจ้าใหญ่ขึ้นมาแล้วก็ให้ข้าเจ้าท่านดนตรีลาวท่านไปรับใช้สังคมลาวหรือสังคมอื่น
I wanted them to spend time together to bond and create good memories as they got older.
แล้วก็อยากให้ข้าเจ้าท่านไปแสดงให้คนลาวท่านเห็นและเกิดความภูมิใจในความเป็นลาวแล้วก็ให้ข้าเจ้าท่านมาลิ้นดนตรีลาวท่านให้ได้ขึ้นเก่า
I wanted them to be able to perform the Lao music and dances for the Lao people so that they would see the dances and feel proud, and from there be inspired to also perform the music and dances as well.
และพร้อมกันนั้นให้ข้าเจ้าให้แสดงให้ชัดเห็นว่าคนลาวเขาก็มีวัฒนธรรมอันที่ดีเหมือนกันเนาะอย่าให้ชัดอื่นเห็นวัฒนธรรมลาวเขาท่านดีคือผู้อื่นเหมือนกันคือพระเจ้าแหละวัฒนธรรมที่ดีพวกคนลาวเขาแสดงซึ่งพระเจ้าเบิ่งว่าพวกเขามีแนวดีที่ว่าให้พระเจ้าเบิ่ง
so that he also wanted for others to see how beautiful the Lao culture is, and while people played and danced.
ดังนั้นข้าพเจ้าจึงตัดสินใจซื้อระนาดซื้อซิงซื้อซอและซื้อเครื่องนุ่มชุดลาวมาและข้าพเจ้าได้เสริญเอานักเซตดนตรีลาวเดิมอาวุโสและอาจารย์ฟ้อนมาสอนให้ลูกข้าพเจ้า
So from there I bought the Laotian xylophone, which is the lanat, the sing, which is the Lao bells, as well as the seesaw, which is very similar to a Laotian violin. My parents also bought the costumes for performance, and then he invited previous Lao teachers of music as well as dancing to come and train my sisters and me.
โอเคพร้อมกันนั้นพวกเขาก็ได้เรียนนำซีดีและเทปรีคอร์ดิ้งด้วยความระมัดระวัง
Then at the same time we also learned from VHSs and cassettes.
พวกเขาได้สังเกตพิจารณาโตเถียงและสั่งสอนกันด้วยความมนต์ซื่น
we observed one another as a family. We criticized, and we also discussed the music and the dances together.
รู้สึกว่าพวกเขามีความสุขหลายในครอบครัว
He said that while we did this, we had a lot of fun.
พวกเขาได้ให้ใช้สังคมลาวจนฮอดปี 2014 จึงได้เลิกลากันไป ย้อนว่าลูกสาวข้าพเจ้าได้ไปเฮ็ดเวียกอยู่บอนหลักเมืองอื่น และข้าพเจ้าเองก็มีพยาธิเส้นเลือดตันสมอง
We did all this until around 2014 because my sister Christina and we went to go pursue our professional careers, and my father suffered from a stroke. Can I
yes
can I add that when we were practicing from the VHS and the cassettes, it was a lot of back and forth, and much of the time my older sister Christina
yes
was the one that played the lanat and tried to learn the notes by sound.
yes
And then my dad would have us play these songs over and over and over
Yes.
again from
yes
the very
we did that
from the very beginning.
yes
And
repeat again repeat until into perfect to be perfect very important thing
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a lot of it.
Yeah.
But because Christina could do a lot of the different things, and me and Sherina weren't as skilled at that time, or just weren't the typical Lao dancers. Christina had to also train Sherina
Yes.
to play the lanat
uh-huh.
because she wasn't as flexible, and then I had to learn how to sing and dance, and so we
Yes,
kind of traded off
Yeah.
a lot. It was a lot of trial and error, I think, before we could even go out to perform in front of the community at all.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one. Sorry about that.
I remember it very clearly.
Okay.
With all the
you
fun.
read the rest of the
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell us about the trip to LA.
Oh, yeah.
Next one. Next
Yeah.
one.
I think
Next
that he was
question.
going to talk about that
Next question.
in regards to our busy schedules.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You and your wife both were working, right?
Yes.
And you spend time out. How you spend your time out of your busy schedule to dedicate to practice and perform?
Yes, we are both busy. แม้แล้วพวกเขาเรียกทั้งสองคนเนาะ แต่พวกเขาทั้งสองโดยเฉพาะแม่ข้าพเจ้าเพื่อนนั้นมักดนตรีลาวเดิมหลาย เมื่อได้ยินเสียงเพลงลาวเดิม เพื่อนมีความสุขและคิดถึงประเทศลาวพวกเขาทุกคนแม้มีเวียกของไทยลาว แต่ว่าเวลาได้มีเวลาว่าง พวกเขาลูกเมียก็มาเต้าโฮมกันและซ้อมนำกันในโอกาสพวกเขาก็ได้ห้องเพลงอยู่ในรถนำกันเนาะเมื่อเวลาเดินทางไกลไป LA บ่ไปซานฟรานซิสโกบ่ไปห้องเพลงกันนำกันเนาะลูกสาวข้าพเจ้าบางครั้งก็บ่มักตัดได้เพราะว่าข้าเจ้ายังหนุ่มยังน้อยอยู่ข้าเจ้าก็ยักไปห้าหมู่ห้าครูหั่นแล้ว แต่ว่าข้าพเจ้าก็โอ้หลมข้าเจ้าว่าให้มันมาฝึกซ้อมเหมือนกันเนาะข้าพเจ้าคิดว่าเป็นแนวดีเนาะแล้วหวังว่าข้าเจ้าท่านคงจะพอใจในเมื่อข้าเจ้าใหญ่ขึ้นมาเนาะมีความทรงจำที่ดีเนาะ
So my mom and dad were very busy while we were growing up, but they really loved to play and sing and have the loud music in their lives. So anytime we had any spare time on the weekends, at night, we would come together in order to practice. In addition to that, when we rode long distances to LA or San Francisco or anywhere, we would also sing in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad would strike up some loud music and start saying, "Oh, Duang Jampa," and he'd look around, turn around to the back seat, and then everyone would have to start singing. Because I think it was important to my dad when we performed the songs, he would actually translate everything into English for us so we understood while we were performing what these songs meant to the Lao people.
Yes,
I think
very important.
the Lao music made my parents very happy, and he said that it really reminded them of Laos and their country before. He thought that even though we didn't like it, and I guess he knew we didn't like it,
Yes.
he really wanted us to continue to do this because he felt that we would really appreciate this in the
Later
future.
on. Yes.
Can I ask Joanna, can you tell us about your using your singing talent to get into their school?
Oh. So I struggled a lot when we first started dancing because in the Lao culture, typically the dancers are very small and petite, and I was a bit bigger, very tall for my age, and I wasn't as flexible, but it's something that I continued to do. So when I applied for pharmacy school, I wrote about that in my personal statement. When I got the interview, we were sitting in a panel of interviewees, and one of the interviewers asked me to sing a song. So I actually sang during my interview, and it's what got me into pharmacy school. I remember when I went back a year later, once I was in school, to go help facilitate the panel for the next incoming class. We had the interviewers around the corner, and they were talking about me singing in Laos for my interview, and that's what got me in. So it's been a big part of our lives and my life.
That is very awesome. Okay, and then next question, what is your hope for the Lao community in Fresno regarding to preserving the Lao culture?
ข้าพเจ้าดีใจไล่ที่ได้เห็นศูนย์กลางวัฒนธรรมลาว LCCF เดี๋ยวนี้ได้มีบอนฝึกสอนอันท่าวรมีการจัดตั้งที่ดีและได้การรับการรับรู้และช่วยเหลือจากสมาคมลาวเป็นอย่างดีข้าพเจ้าคิดว่าศูนย์กลางแห่งนี้คงจะก้าวหน้าขึ้นไปเรื่อย
ๆright now he's so proud because we have a permanent place where the community is gathering at the Lao Temple with the LCCF. The community is organizing, fundraising, and really supporting the programs to preserve the Lao culture. He hopes, of course, that they continue to build on this and pass on these lessons, songs, dances for the next generations to come, and continue to strengthen the programs.
ปัจจุบันนี้ลูกสาวข้าพเจ้าผู้ล่าชื่อเชรีนาได้เฮ็ดเวียกเป็นนางพยาบาล RN อยู่ห้องหมอ CRMC ในดาวน์ทาวน์เมืองเฟรสโนยังอาสาสมัครไปสอนเด็กน้อยปีละนาอยู่ศูนย์กลางวัฒนธรรมลาวข้าพเจ้าอยากให้ลาวหั่นช่วยข้าพเจ้าหลายที่สุดเท่าที่จะหลายได้
So my sister Sherina is currently an RN at CRMC, and she still finds time to volunteer and go to the temple to teach the children there how to play the lanat. His hope, of course, is that she continues to go and do as much as she can going towards the future. But I think one of the biggest things is that, and I think my dad had mentioned to me before, is that when she is no longer able to go, that her students continue to carry on what she has taught them for the next generations. One of the things that Sherina actually did is obtain a grant where she specifically trains one of the students every weekend for months to come until he's able to actually play the lanat by ear instead of just playing with the notes. So we hope that going forward that the future generations are able to do this as well.
ข้าพเจ้าหวังว่าศูนย์กลางแห่งนี้จะเป็นบอนที่พ่อแม่พี่น้องประชาชนลาวเขาจะเอาลูกเอาหลานเข้ามาทำเรียนประเพณีวัฒนธรรมลาวของเขาเฮ็ดได้แนวนี้วัฒนธรรมลาวเขาจึงแข็งแรงขึ้นไปเรื่อยๆในสังคมลาวและแพร่พ่ายไปในสังคมอื่นเข้า
Can you say that one more time? It was a lot.
ข้าพเจ้าหวังว่าศูนย์กลางแห่งนี้จะเป็นบอนที่พ่อแม่พี่น้องประชาชนลาวเขาจะเอาลูกหลานเขาเจ้าเข้ามาทำเรียนวัฒนธรรมลาวเฮ็ดได้แนวนี้วัฒนธรรมลาวจึงแข็งแรงขึ้น ไปเรื่อยๆในสังคมลาวและแพร่พ่ายไปสังคมอื่นเขา
Yes, so it's essentially what I had just said, that he hopes that we continue to preserve our culture for the next generations to come.
Okay.
So that then, what would you like to tell the young generation about the importance of preserving your heritage?
Okay. Can I now I want to speak in English a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
I would like to tell them that the Lao have beautiful culture, which lasts more than 1,000 years. Even we live in US, where there are so many different culture, we should continue to keep ours because it is unique. And we tell all the community who we are and where we come from. Thank you. Thank you.
And last thing, do you want to add anything or say anything else to the audience and Kon Lao in the U.S.? Janet?
I think at least for me, when we're born in this country, I think a lot of the time growing up, we want to be like everyone else. We want to get along with our friends and grow up with everyone, have commonalities. But as we grow older, at least as I've grown older, I've seen that being unique is something very precious. That learning the Lao culture, where we come from, where our parents come from, really differentiates us from everyone else. And it's something very beautiful that I've come to really appreciate. And I really hope that going forward, that even if, you may not want to do it when you're young, that you continue to do it, continue to practice, and move forward, because it is something that you can really pass on to your kids going forward. Yeah.
That is very impressive. Thank you so much for joining us and tell us your stories and your dedication. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
ขอบใจหลาย
ขอบใจเด้อ
ๆสบายดีต่อไปนี้ครอบครัวข้าพเจ้าจะได้ตีระนาดเพลงชื่อว่านกเข้าอันเรื่องมันเป็นจังซี่เนาะเพลงนี้จะเว้าถึงนกเข้าตัวเมียที่ว่าบินไปออกจากหังไปแล้วไปจวบผู้บ่าวไปจวบอันนกเข้าตัวผู้อยู่บนอื่นหั่นนะแล้วก็มีความสุขสมหมายแล้วก็บ่อยากมาบ้านมาเฮือนแล้วลืมหังลืมการอยู่กันกินของตัวทุกอย่างนั่นแหละสิว่าไปแล้วก็เปรียบเทียบว่าคนเฮาเนาะถ้าไปบ่อนอื่นแล้วมีสนุกสมหมายแล้วก็อย่าลืมบ้านลืมเฮือนเฮาเด้อเท่านั้นแหละความหมายของเพิ่นน่ะเนาะโอเคเอา
We're going to be performing with the Lao xylophone, the lanat, the sing and the drum, and the song is called Nokau, which is the dove. It's essentially about a female dove who goes out into the world and meets a male dove, and she forgets about where she came from, her home, and a little bit who she is. So it's essentially a metaphor of not to forget where you come from.
จากคนเจ้าสร้างเล่ร่อนเลื่อยไปโอเจ้าหนูเขาโด่งเจ้าสร้างมาลงลืมห่างลืมไม่ใบบางก็ทำกูกูกู เคยคันขู่เคยอยู่เคียงเจ้าบอกเขาเจ้าสั่งมาลืมคอนได้ไปใส่อื่นมาเสิร์นมาสู่กู